Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ET69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, do you want to save money when you are buying things in Blitz? Well, look no further. Huawei App Gallery have brought back the 50% discount coupon. Yes, it is back. You can start saving yourself a lot of money with these 50% off of any of the top packs in the game. Now, alongside this 50% discount coupon, the 30% points back for the first purchase you make is still active. Now, after the first purchase, you will get 10% points back for all your next purchases. So this is a way to save a lot of money. It is very easy to do. All you need to do is download the Huawei App Gallery app. The links are in the description. Once you've downloaded the app, make sure you set your country to UK, Ireland, New Zealand or Australia. It doesn't matter what country you're from, as long as you set your country to one of those. Then on top, after that, you download the Huawei App Gallery, the Blitz from Huawei App Gallery, and then you can start saving some money. So once you've done all that, come back onto this coupon page and you will start you'll start saving money, just like me. Over the last couple of years, I've saved so much money using Huawei App Gallery. I mean, 50% discount, you're buying things for half the price, and it's very, very easy to do. All you need to do is go onto this coupon page and it's got it there. Claim all your 50% discount coupons. There's 4 there that you can claim. One of them is on the £3.29. One of them is on £15.99, £29.99, and £59.99. So if you buy up the bundle for £59.99, you are literally only paying around £30 for this bundle. So just click claim all, accept the terms and conditions, and it's done. And it's done. That is all you need to do. So the links are in the description. Of course, if you need help, there is the Huawei App Gallery Discord server, and there will be someone there to help you if you get stuck. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Back to the video. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ET69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, today we are going to look at guns. We're going to look at guns because the newer people in the game, they don't really look at the guns, each individual gun on a tank. They will automatically go to the highest gun that they can and try and unlock it, because they might think that that gun is the best gun to use. Now, what this video is about is not always the top gun. The top gun isn't always the best gun to use. Make sure when you are grinding out a line, make sure to have a look at the guns, because sometimes there are a number of different guns on a tank that sometimes it's even the same tier gun. So we're going to talk about 3 guns in particular today. First up, we're going to look at the LTTB. So if you look at the LTTB here, this is the top gun. Yes, the damage per minute is 234 more. The reload is half a second more. Penetration is sort of six more. Nothing really too much in it, to be honest. And the gun depression, however, is 3 degrees less. Now, I would definitely sacrifice 6 penetration difference and 200 DPM for an extra 3 degrees of gun depression. So that's a big amount. 3 degrees is a big amount of gun depression for a tank, especially a light tank. You can use the speed. We've got a few battles here on each individual tank, but this battle doesn't really do the tank justice. But gun depression is always, fun depression. We always call it fun depression, because if you got gun depression, you can have fun in a tank. If you've got no gun depression whatsoever, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle in that tank. You're going to struggle in certain positions. You're not going to be able to shoot them. You're not going to be able to get your gun down, and it's going to be very frustrating. So with a tank like the LTTB, I would 100% risk losing 200 DPM and instead in return gain 3 degrees of gun depression. If it was 1 degree of gun depression, like if this gun was 6 degrees of gun depression instead of 8, then yeah, okay, it might not be worth losing that DPM. But with 3 degrees of gun depression, that is, for me, is worth it. So when you are grinding up these tanks, always make sure that you have a look at these guns, every gun, because it's not always better. The top gun isn't always the better gun to use. And sometimes you might have, say, like a tier 8 tank that has a tier 9 gun, but the tier 8 gun might actually be better to use than the tier 9 gun. Not often, but you know, it can happen. So don't always go to the top gun, because it's not always the most important gun to use. There are a few tanks out there, the Borzik, the Waffle, for instance. The Waffle has like 4 tier 10 guns. So like, but we always usually go the one closest to the next tank that you grind. So the closest gun to the grill is normally the gun you would use. But you need to get out of that frame of mind and just have a look, like look at the stats and decide, is that the right gun to choose from? Do not mention that shot there. That was a bad shot. So the LTTB is just one of many. Now I'm only going to pick out 3 tanks in this video and talk about all 3 tanks and how they're different using a different gun. You can also add a few more tanks in there if you actually really wanted to. We can talk about the KV2, but instead of the KV2 we're actually going to talk about the SU-152. So the SU-152, as everybody knows, it's a Ming tank. It's a Ming tank, and this gun, people that don't know this tank, especially now because it's not that popular now, not like it used to be, people that are just coming into the game, they will look at this and think, right, yeah, I am not using the tier 6 gun, I'm going to go straight to the tier 8 gun. And of course, looking at the stats, it is much better in every single way, except for the penetration on your heat and except for the penetration on your HE, which is why people in the first place play this gun, because for the fun. They do massive alpha, 640 alpha. You could do 900 on your HE, and of course having a tier 6 gun actually does better alpha than the tier 8 gun. So we're going to have a game here. Now I have to apologize. A couple of days ago, obviously the update come, the ammunition, etc., where people would sell their ammo. I sold all my ammo, all my normal rounds and HE on every single tank above tier 6, I think it was. And most of them I forget to replace. So if you look here, on this tank, I only have 7 heat. And as soon as I got into game and I see that heat, I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, I've done it again. This is like the 4th time I've done it, because I don't want to go back through like 400 tanks and just use the ammo, because it will take ages. I might as well just do it when I'm playing that certain tank, but of course most of the time I forget. So the SU-152 is the same as the KV2. The stock gun is the better gun. Well, in fact, it's not the better gun, but it's the gun that everyone plays the tank for, because it's more fun. It's more fun than playing the regular. I'd rather do 900 HE damage to someone than 400 damage. Now, I could have had a nice HE damage into the rear of that guy, but of course, we only have heat loaded. So we actually do a really good job, considering we only had 7 heat. Of course, the heat penetration anyway is better than the tier 8 gun. So only having heat could actually work for my advantage, except if we shoot their tracks or anything like that, spaced armor, but we're not going to do that. So we only have 3 shells left, and considering we are winning now 6 versus 4, I'm now thinking, do you know what, I'm going to go and try and go for a fade-ins medal here, where you kill the last tank with your last shell, because I haven't got one. It's not a medal that I've actively gone to try and get. But you know, anyone can get it easy, to be honest. Just put a couple of shells in your tank and don't shoot, and then tell there's 1 tank left on a 1-shot. And we're actually going to try it here, because we know we're not going to lose, but I absolutely fail miserably with that. So we've got 1 shell remaining. Of course, I could go and shoot this 45 TP. I'm not going to kill him. He's not the last tank. Instead, I'm going to go round. And of course, we are winning on supremacy points. It's a 6 versus 3. Don't try this at home, guys. Like, unless it is like a 7 versus 1, or like this situation now, we're going to win on supremacy points regardless. So I'm going to ignore the 45 TP at the moment, because we still have a full hit point T49. So I'm going to let my guys kill that guy, and I'm just going to head towards this guy. Of course, we're not going to shoot him yet. If we had HE, it would be so much easier at right now. But he's the last tank. I'm hoping he doesn't circle me or kill me with the one shot. But this time, I failed because we're just about to get 1,000 supremacy points. I was waiting for someone to shoot him. I don't want him to shoot me, so I do just shoot him just to get the damage. So just having 7 shells, we do manage actually to pen everything, and we get a first class and 3.5k damage, which I thought was pretty good considering we messed up with the ammo. But definitely this is one of them. I don't like this tank personally. I'm not a lover of this tank. But yeah, if you are new to the game, don't always just go, especially with a tank like this, because the tier 6 gun is actually more fun, and you could say more better than the tier 8 gun, which is 2 tiers below. So that's that tank covered. The next tank we're going to cover is the Conway. Now, the Conway is a tank that I've spoke about many times. Now, it has 2 guns. Personally, I enjoy this gun, which is the 5.5, because it has the big alpha. It has 600 alpha, 670 on your HE, on your standard, or on your premium HE, sorry, and 770 on your other HE. So that's a big amount. So that's a big amount. So actually, the first gun is better. The first gun is better. It has much better DPM. I mean, the DPM on this standard gun is 3,100. Your DPM on this one is 2,600. So you're actually losing nearly 500 DPM. 5.8 seconds reload you're losing using the bigger gun. You're losing dispersion, you're losing on aim time, you're losing on penetration. So you're losing on a lot of things, and all the losses outweighs the positives. So in fact, the standard gun is much better, or the 120. But me personally, I prefer the bigger gun, bigger damage. It has, mainly because it has the HE, to be honest. It has HE, and I love using HE. So when this tank first come, like me and Skate Extreme, we had some arguments where I was just like, yeah, the bigger gun's better, and he's like, no, it's not. And I made a video saying the bigger gun's better, and then I had to make a video saying, actually, I was wrong, the smaller gun's better, which is true. The smaller gun is better, but for me personally, the bigger gun is more fun, and that's why we play the game, right? We want to have fun. We don't want to just win. It can still perform. It's not like a gun where you can have fun, but you're risking things. You could lose, or an advantage, or anything like that, because I don't think that this gun has a massive advantage over the other gun, because you are doing the less alpha. If you can get, yes, it has 500 DPM less than the smaller gun, but if you can get a HE shot out, you're going to do that anyway, so you're going to up your DPM, and because of the HE penetration on the other gun, you're going to probably end up around the same DPM anyway. So me personally, it's personal preference. I prefer this gun, but I prefer the bigger gun, but most people prefer this gun, and actually this gun is much better. So again, if you are new, don't just look at it and think, okay, I'm going to get the closest gun to the next tank. Just look around, because it's not always the case. It isn't always the case, and there's many other tanks out there. You've got the Chinese mediums, for example. Some have the 122mm gun, where in fact the 100mm gun is better. The same as the Chinese heavy. I think it's the WZ-110 or whatever it is. The 122mm gun isn't always the best. The 100mm gun might be better. So just look around. In most cases, it probably won't be better. The stock gun or the standard gun won't be better than the upgraded gun. But there is a number of tanks out there where you just have to look around. You have to look around. You have other tanks as well, like the Bulldog. You've got the Top Gun, which is just a normal gun, or you can go with an autoloader, which is one of the first guns. And you've got tanks like the 87, where the stock gun has the 10 shells. Yes, it's not good, but it's fun. The 10 shell autoloader is heap of fun. And I definitely recommend someone trying it out. If you've never tried the 87 with the 10 shot autoloader, definitely go and try it out. The gun is shit, I'm not gonna lie, the gun is shocking, but it's fun. It really is fun, especially if you come up against a tank with literally no armor. Just go try it. If you haven't tried it already, go try it. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and there might be other tanks out there. Like, I'm just showing you 3 examples, but there might be other tanks out there. Just look around when you're grinding a line. Just look around. Don't always, because a lot of people don't play like me, for example. When I grind a line, I usually just use my free XP to get the whole line. Now, some people, I've got loads of free XP. I have literally 14, 15 million, nearly 16 million free XP. So it's not a huge problem with me. But some people struggle with XP. And if you got the Conway, for example, and you're struggling with free XP, some people might actually unlock the bigger gun because they think it's the bigger gun. Save your XP. Go play the stock gun, and you just grind it. Don't use your free XP. Save your free XP. So I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Get subscribing, please. Subscribe to the channel. Become a Patreon member if you want to support the channel even more. The links are in the description. But for now, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy. Catch you soon. Bye-bye. With